timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he stopped immediately there. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Mills. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. On first down, it's Fields. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's Fields. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. All eyes on Fields. He's going to let it fly. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And the Rams have just about sewn up this football game. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Now he'll throw deep left side. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, L.A. Tyquan Thornton, an even 90 yards. And the Rams use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Back to throw. Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. Able to hook up here with Ridley. And he will have the conversion on fourth down. He's out of bounds as well to keep their hopes alive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Fields. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Fields going to keep it once more. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for L.A., they level their mark at 4-4 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle. I'm the best.